Catch me up on the note that gives us a huge discount.
Yeah, the councilman said you can go get what you need, and the note basically says to treat them like a council, to treat us like we're on council
Well,
ourselves.
what he said was that the town give you as whatever help they can give you.
Got it.
Yeah, so they don't actually have to give us anything, but there's a couple of places we need to stop by. Like there's that one lady from the College of Idaho. I'm sure we can convince them to give us a ritual or two
Yeah,
to
and
help
maybe
us
we can
out.
figure out on why they took her.
Yeah,
Just
that
want a
too.
whole bunch of spells to yourself, Hazel.
Shh, no, the cleric could get a spell or two.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and say the recap again, just so I can be on the recording. So,
Fortress.
you guys fought an ogre who was throwing barrels of pitch at you, and they were exploding. And he wasn't a very good shot, really. And he hit a couple. He hit a couple with the blast a couple times, but you fought him numerous times, and Chris like whiffed his attack rolls on the barrels like 3 times in a row. And
Shh, we don't speak of that.
He was
We've got a new
channeling.
name for him. We call him Critical Chris.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
but other than that, you guys did pretty well. Only one person went unconscious. I was actually surprised at that. I thought when you guys got up to the ogre, he was going to just bash your heads in because, to be honest, he's a level 8 encounter. He's a level 8 guy. Doesn't mean
Well,
doesn't mean he's a single level 8. So a party of level 8 characters will just wreck him, but he is equivalent to level 8.
to be honest though, he nearly knocked my head. He nearly smashed my head in. Though.
And then
Of course, he was tied to that cart, so it's probably hard for him to move.
so after the ogre fight, you guys went ahead and you walked around town and you saw the devastation and tried to talk to the council, but they told you to wait till they want to talk to you. And then you walked around some more, did a little bit of shopping. And then when you got back to your hotel, Councilman Troyce was waiting for you. He had heard what you did done and everything with the ogre and the tavern, and he wanted to have a word with you and maybe give you guys a job. So after convincing him that you guys are adventurers that are worthwhile, he offered you guys a job to locate some missing people, rescue some missing people, and to locate some missing treasures. And he said he would give you guys every help he can, and he offered you, I believe, 200 gold for all the people and 200 gold for all the treasure. So, and he also informed you that there is a captive hobgoblin from the attack that you guys are more than welcome to try to extract information from. And then he
Yeah, we need.
took his leave. So that's where we left off.
I
Go
thought
ahead
I
and
thought it was just a regular. I thought it was just a regular goblin.
it's a hobgoblin, which is just a type of goblin.
Okay.
It's from the raid. That's what's important. So maybe we can figure out with their
Yeah.
base and where they took
The
their
main difference
prisoners
between
to.
hobgoblins and goblins is hobgoblins are a little bit larger. They're more militaristic than goblins. They have more structure, and they are usually a shade of brown or red, whereas goblins are normally green.
Aren't they
Well,
like?
if nothing helps, we have Dad to just sit over his shoulder for the next 10 minutes.
Aren't they usually dumb or something like that?
Hobgoblins are smarter than goblins.
Hmm.
How smart are goblins?
Rocks.
Hobgoblins are smarter.
Hobgoblins are a lot
So they're
smarter.
like.
Yeah, they're more like militaristic. They're more like they've got a little more sense than the average goblin does.
Goblins are more do as they're told when they're told, and hobgoblins are more like you go do this and do that, and they can follow commands. They're like a step up from goblin.
Okay, so the real only use for them is like on the battlefield.
Goblins, yeah. Hobgoblins are more platoon leaders.
Yep. So go ahead and introduce yourselves real quick, and then we'll tell us who you're playing, and then we'll go ahead and get going.
Hello, I'm Chris. I play Mathis, the Tiefling Wizard, and I'm the one who makes all the fire puns.
I am Christian, the diva Avenger.
I'm Guy. I play Ragnar, the half-orc fighter.
I'm Sam, and I'm playing Vengrin, the rogue.
And I'm John. I play Menger, the Minotaur cleric.
And the other character is a bard named Uranus that I play as well as DMing, and I am Shane. So All right, so you guys can go ahead and get started, and let me know what you guys would like to do.
I think maybe we should go to the college first.
Okay, we got a choice. We can go interrogate the goblin right now and get that taken care of, and then we can go shopping. Or we can go shopping, then interrogate the goblin.
I guess it really doesn't depend much.
Let's go shopping and then take care of the goblins.
Drop till you drop.
So I
Let's
have
get it done.
something to look forward to.
Okay, so I guess we go shopping first?
Where would you like to go?
Well, we don't know where we're going, so wouldn't it be wise to figure out what the base is before we start preparing to go? For all we know, it could be out in the middle of the ocean, it could be in a forest, it could be on top of a mountain, inside a volcano.
Well, I guess you're not wrong. Knowing about where we're going first could probably help our decisions when trying to buy stuff.
Yeah, so let's go interrogate the hobgoblin first, and then we can go prepare.
Break his kneecaps.
Okay, so Councilman Troyce had mentioned to you that the hobgoblin is being kept near the guard barracks.
Alrighty, let's head over there.
So you head over to the guard barracks. You get over there, and as you walk up, what you see is, and it's just as Councilman Troy said, there's a lone hobgoblin in stocks and shackles there. His wounds from the battle have been bandaged, but a number of tomatoes on the ground near him and on the surface of the stocks indicate his treatment hasn't been completely kind. He takes a weary look at you, and he says something.
What's he say?
I ain't telling you nothing until you let me out of here.
That's what he says to you.
You cut out halfway through that.
Did it cut out? Oh, man. It's not,
Did it
I'll
cut
not
out-
say
did it cut out
anything
for
to
me?
you until I'm out of here. Until I'm let out.
I heard it. I heard it, so. Alrighty, so.
there's also two guards standing next to him, kind of guarding him. And most likely, you think they're probably there more to protect him than to actually prevent him from running away.
Okay, cool.
I-
What race are the guards?
They're humans.
Okay.
I'll just walk up to the guards.
They've got crossbows on their back and halberds in their arms or in their hands.
I guess I'll just walk up to the guards and tell them we've been sent by the council and everything.
They go, "Oh, you lot." Says, "Yes, Councilman Troy has mentioned that you might come down and you want to speak to the prisoner. You can speak to him. Have a
Do you have?
have a word with
Sorry.
him, but we want to keep him healthy for the trial at least."
Do you have someplace private we can talk with him?
We can't. We're not authorized to let him out of the stocks. Besides, we don't have the key. The council members have the keys to get him out of here, but
No, I meant like someplace in like a room or something.
we can't get him out of the stocks.
Oh,
We don't have the key
that
for it,
sucks.
and we were told not to let him out for anyone. Without you'd have to actually bring a council member to us to let him out, and I doubt that's going to happen. He kind of chuckles.
Oh, well, okay then.
But feel free to ask away on him.
Do you mind going over there? And I kind of just point away.
He
You
says,
might feel more inclined to talk if you guys aren't around.
I can go about, and he says, I'll go to over there, and he points about probably 20 feet away. He's like, but he says, I can't leave him out of my sight though.
That's fine.
So he walks 20 feet one way, the other one walks 20 feet the other way. They're still in sight. They still can see him, and they're still guarding him, but they're probably out of earshot at least.
Are there like
Okay.
citizens around watching this, or is it just kind of like mostly empty?
There's people coming through now and then. There's a couple of children nearby, and you looks like they probably are the ones throwing the tomatoes at him.
Nice. Target practice for the young ones. Perfect. Alrighty. I mean,
No, Chris.
so we're going to do. How are we going to decide who goes first?
I got some
Why don't you
questions
guys Why don't you guys well do whatever kind of do whatever you want. I'll well or you can roll initiative to decide who goes first. Up to you.
Y'all want to do initiative instead, or you just want?
I want to like talk it over and see who goes first.
Whoa, who rolled for me?
No, and that was last
Oh,
week.
that's from last week.
Oh, okay.
Man, I just love improved initiative so much. That's like a must-have feat for everyone.
Yeah, but then you get rolls
Funny.
like Sam's there,
Yeah.
or guys.
It's
I
probably
didn't say
better.
I was the smartest axe in the shed. I just said I was in the shed.
I
That's
never
all that
said-
counts for
Maybe
us.
not the smartest, but the sharpest, huh?
He just needs a blunt object.
As soon as you guys get finished, I will intimidate the hell out of him.
I can do that too. I have
Well, you-
+7.
Well,
Me
this is you gotta
too.
keep it.
We'll
You
get
have to
together
remember.
at the end.
You have to remember this is a hobgoblin. They'll say anything. I think.
Oh,
All
yeah, I
right,
didn't
Chris,
think of
you are
that.
up first. What do you want to do?
Oh, okay. He was part of the raid last night, right?
Yeah, he was captured
Okay,
during the raid.
Alrighty. I'm gonna ask him about like what the Crimson Hand is and stuff. See if he can. No, I'm gonna talk about and try to get him, comfortable with us a little bit. Talking about something that's familiar with both him and I.
So
No,
what are
ask him.
you gonna ask him about the Crimson Hand exactly?
What's your purpose? Why are y'all here doing what you do?
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess what kind of role are you trying to make
Uh,
exactly?
History?
He's trying to be the good cop.
Yeah, let's do history. Yeah, I like
A
history.
history? So what kind of history are you trying to ask him about the Crimson Hand?
Like, what are they about? Like, why were they formed? Who are they? Who's their leader? Maybe stuff like that.
Okay, go ahead and give me
More
a
like
history check.
background information.
Yeah, like why are they back now? Because weren't they around? Didn't they like wipe out this town at one time and then disappeared
like
for
that.
a while?
$15.
So he looks at you and says, "Oh, the Hand, my brotherhood of hobgoblins. They thought they destroyed us many years ago, but we found our way back. Our leader Sinrith, he'll crush you. He'll crush this puny town like it should have been crushed 10 years ago."
Sinrith, you said?
That's what he said.
Guy, you writing that down?
Red Hand, Hobgoblin, what, clan?
Did you say clan?
Sure, it's a clan, war band, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, his leader's
Band, that's
Sinrith.
good.
Yeah, right. Their leader is Sinrith, so we got that out of him.
Leaders who?
Sinrith.
Somebody be
Is
kind and try to
Sinrith
spell
a
that for
goblin
me.
at all though?
He hasn't
Okay,
mentioned
so-
what Sinrith is yet.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, thank you.
All right. So, Aranis is up. He's going to do something. He's actually going to do something this time. He is going to.
I proceed to plug my ears.
He's going to actually cast a ritual
Ooh.
called
Nice.
Limerick. So he's going to use some Residium to do this. And for the ritual's duration, whenever he makes a bluff check, he gets to roll twice and use either result.
Very nice.
So he's going to use some Residium. He's going to use his flute as his focus. So he recites a rhyme, kind of it's more like a limerick about a captured what I guess want to call it, captured person captured in war, prisoner of war, and about the things that people like to do, especially when they're captured, to torture them, breaking fingers and breaking toes. It's a rhyme, it's a limerick, and He's not necessarily saying it right at the hobgoblin, but he's saying it definitely so the hobgoblin can hear it. And he'll roll a bluff check on that because he's not actually going to do it, but he's kind of hinting at it.
I probably will.
I read that in a Tom Clancy book one time. He said, it's not the way you break the finger, it's the way you work the bone.
Moving on up.
I'll use the 14.
Mm.
Really hope the 14 works.
He doesn't seem to notice it, or he pretends to ignore it. So, all right, Mathel, you're up.
I want to walk up to him and say, what is Sir Arathan?
You mean Sinrith?
Sorry, I'm mispronouncing it.
No problem. So how you're walking up to him trying to like intimidate out of him, or how are you gonna try to get the information from him?
You figured how scary he looks. He pretty good with intimidate.
So you're trying to intimidate it out of him?
1 second. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So you walk
Well,
up.
then just pronounce the guy's name wrong anyway, just to be an ass.
You walk up to him. You growl and say, "Who is this Sinrith person?" And so give me an intimidate check.
Hey!
Do you have any modifiers to it?
I don't have a modifier to it.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, I don't.
He stubbed
So.
his toe on the piece of wood and was trying to hold back tears while he said it.
The hobgoblin kind of laughs at you.
Can I do something else too?
What do you want to do?
I just want to break one of his fingers.
Just one.
Okay, so he laughs at you and says, Sinrith will destroy you. And you break his finger and he yells, and when you do that, the guards run over. And they say, hey, we need him to be healthy and well treated for the trial. We don't need
It's
any more
just a
mob
finger.
violence. And they look like they're probably not going to move away from the hobgoblin now.
I'm gonna look at them and I'm gonna go, do you want your people saved? Or do you want one healthy goblin over 6
So
dead bodies?
the leader goblin kind of walks over and he says, come here. And he says that to everyone. He says, come here. He says, listen, these are goblins. They're cowards at heart. If you start breaking fingers or whatever, they'll just say whatever it takes to make the pain stop. You'll just get a bunch of lies. And he walks back over to the hobgoblin.
I'm just gonna grumble and walk away.
Right. What do you want to do, John?
Okay, I'm going to walk over and I'm going to use a little healing on the goblin and I'm going to look at him and say, you can obviously tell these boys ain't right. So you probably need to start talking and telling us what's going on. I understand you're scared of your big boss, Sinrith, or whatever his name is. But I'm not. And these guys ain't. They're crazy. They're going to hurt somebody. So you might as well just save what little bit of skin you got left on your ass and let us get on with the job we got to do. Because they're not going to stop. And even if we do stop, they're still going to have a trial and just hang you in the middle of the damn town anyway. So it's lose-lose for you, guy.
Give me a heal check.
Alrighty.
I like that. That
That
was good, John. I like that. I hope you get a good roll on this.
Yes.
Oh, awesome roll. Okay. You use a little healing on him, a little healing word on him, and he definitely his finger kind of knits back up, and it's probably a little sore, but it's not broken anymore. And he looks, he says, "Thank you, son of the mountain." Says, "If I was you, I'd leave this town. Sinrith has allies, and they'll be back. They'll be back, and they will wipe this town from the map like it should have been 10 years ago. Just a healthy word of advice for you."
See, but we are both sons of the mountain. And you know that I can no more leave than you can no more stay. And I can't stop them, but I can't also just walk away and leave these little people to be crushed because y'all can't seem to act right.
All
So we're
right.
at an impasse.
All right, Vengrin, you're up.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna go, so you've been around a long time, and you probably know war from war. So, how scary is this Sindrif guy, really? I kind of say sarcastically.
Okay, so what kind of role? What kind of give me a diplomacy check.
You get a +2.
Ugh.
Wah, wah.
He goes. He kind of laughs at you. "Oh, you silly humans," he says. "You'll never learn. Sinrith is a mighty, mighty warrior, and he will easily fell you with his spike chain that he uses in battle. I've seen him use it before."
He'll have to hit me first. I just say back to him.
That's it. When in doubt, be a smartass.
All right, guy, what do you want to do?
I'm going to walk up to the hobgoblin in the stocks on the raised platform, and without saying anything, the axe comes off my shoulder, whistles through the air, and is left quivering at half an inch from the goblin's toes. The axe has bitten into the raised platform that he's standing on. And I'm going to look him in the eye, and I'm going to say, "Not having feet won't hurt you at the trial."
Give me an intimidate check.
I kind of just take like
I like
two
that.
steps back. I'm gonna look at the goblin. I'm just gonna kind of mouth, "Don't up."
Give me an
I
intimidate check.
told you. I told you.
Actually, I'm gonna look at the goblin. I'm gonna go, "This is our warrior."
All right. He goes, "Okay, okay, okay. I'll let you know a little bit more." He says, "Okay, Senrith, he's in a castle. I don't. He says something about the name Riven Roar or something like that. I don't really know. I don't know that much more than that. But I can draw you a little map to the place."
Too easy.
He's dead scared by Guy's
Wait,
axe.
wait a second. How is he gonna draw something if he's stuck in there?
Says, "Hold up the paper to me." You can see he can see with his hands and with one of his hands and his face. So if you hold something up, he can draw on it.
Yeah, but this is way too easy. And like the guard said, he'll do anything to get out of this.
Says, "Do you want the map or not?"
I think Guy just made him pee on himself right now, so he's probably telling the truth. Can
As long
I
as
do
he
like an
doesn't pee on
insight
the
check
map,
to
it's
see if
good
he's
to go.
telling the truth?
If you want to do an insight check, go ahead, Binger.
Nice.
You think that Guy definitely scared the crap out of him, and he is definitely shaking his boots right now.
So it basically is the skill check over now?
Pretty much, yeah. So
So I'm
he
just gonna. Oh,
he
sorry.
draw.
I say we gotta trust. I mean, at least a little bit. I
You
mean,
hold
hell.
up a piece of paper, and and give him a piece of charcoal to draw with, and he draws a rough map that gives you the general location of where it's at.
I'm gonna look at the goblin again. I'm gonna go, why did he take these people?
He goes, well, the other people in the cat or in the dungeons, we needed food for the undead there.
What? If any of them are
Aw.
dead, I swear to God, I kind of just
Food
walk.
for the what?
The undead.
Otherwise,
Fine, I
they
can
would
use what my
eat
encounter is.
us.
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna go, what? If any of them are dead, I swear to God, and I take like 2 steps towards them, like really just stomping on the wood.
We've got a map that shows us where the castle is that right?
Gives you the general location where it's at. Yep.
I want
So it's a
I want him
castle.
to be a little bit more specific about the layout of the castle. What dungeon? Where's that dungeon? How do we get in that
Says-
dungeon?
Oh, the castle itself's been kind of destroyed and fallen apart. We didn't actually use the castle itself. The catacombs beneath it. That's where we're housed. He says they were
How
made.
are they laid out?
It's got multiple levels, and it's we mostly stay on the first level and beginning of the second level. The undead are deeper in there, but we mostly stay on the first level. But that's kind of what he tells you. Just the catacombs are way more better constructed than the actual castle was.
Well, I think we got the information we need here, and I guess we're gonna go shopping.
While we're walking away, I'm gonna point to the goblin one more time, and I'm gonna go, you better pray to whatever god you believe in, that if any of those people are dead, you're not even gonna get to your trial.
I want to do something for the goblin. I was like, since you've been so rewarding, and I'm going to use prestidigitation, I can make an item, a small item, like, that can fit in your hand up here, and I'm going to make it look like a key that will fit into the locks. I'm going to put it just out of his reach on the ground. Like, if you can reach it, you can escape, and we're going to walk away.
I'm just gonna kind of pat Mathis on the back, and I'm gonna go, I'm actually starting to like you now.
So, there you go. Magic fake key out of reach as he's struggling to get it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, I was just making sure, because it was starting to sound like you guys couldn't hear me.
Oh no, we hear you fine.
Okay. I was just being safe, considering last time I dropped how many times?
Yeah, last week it sounds a lot better this week, so.
That's good. Maybe it was just the bad weather.
So can we take this little map that we've got now? I mean, our bard, ain't he originally from this area?
The bard,
he
no,
a
he's
stranger like
originally
us?
from the Fae.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So we could show this to like maybe our dwarf buddy that runs, since we're going shopping anyway. Couldn't we show this map to like our dwarf buddy and see if it kind of like gels up with something he knows about the general area and stuff too?
Well, I
'Cause
think
he
we're
would
gonna...
know all the scouts and guys that actually go out and round and stuff. So maybe we can get like a general idea of where we're headed and stuff like that.
That's the
College.
map a little bit.
Well,
College also might know something, since we're gonna go by there.
I'm gonna
it's
kind of.
college.
Sorry. I'm just gonna kind of look at the group, and I'm gonna go, listen, I know we kind of told ourselves we go shopping and all, but is it okay if we kind of speed up a bit? Like he said, they're gonna be food if we don't hurry.
Well, we have a choice.
He did mention it's probably about normally it took them about 8 hours to go from the ruins or the castle ruins to Brindle.
Well,
Yeah.
okay,
So
well, hurry
it's
up with
like
the
a full
shopping.
day march to get to the dungeon.
So they're just there now. I mean, I'm sure they got, do some prepping or something. You know how rituals are. I know about them. I'm a wizard. So I say we'll finish up the shopping today, and we can head out tonight.
Tonight?
Sure. That way
That's
we'll
good.
get there. That way we'll get there tomorrow by the evening, and we'll be inside, and it's daylight.
Well, what time of day is it right now?
I think it's morning still. If I'm right.
It's
Or midday.
it's
at
probably
least.
midday.
Well, then we'll finish up the shopping now and head out tonight.
Yeah, shopping will take 2 hours, 3 hours most, and then we'll be out, halfway there by tonight, and then we'll be there by midday tomorrow.
Well, that's good.
Or we could do a forced march and hit them about 3 o'clock in the morning when they ain't expecting us.
But then we're
There you
rugged,
go.
dry, and tired.
Hey, I got a 0 constitution, and I'm willing to try it.
Oh. We need a rest at least at least another day or so.
All right. So where do you guys want to go now?
College.
Yeah, college.
Yeah, we could do some. Yeah.
Okay. So the College of Ione, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So you walk up there, and the same old man that greeted you before greets you again and says, "Welcome to the College of Ione. What can I do for you?"
Hey, buddy. You were here last time, weren't you?
Yes, I remember you. You asked some questions about the area and everything.
You're the
Yeah.
annoying mage that kept on wanting spells from me.
Shh. Yeah. So, how'd y'all do with the raid? I'm just glad the books and stuff didn't get burned down.
They mostly ignored for the most part, although terrible business. One of our acolytes was on their way back from doing some chores for us, getting some food from the vendor stalls, and she was taken. Jalissa,
Huh?
quite a
Yeah.
little beauty elf. She we're very distressed.
I'm gonna go. Do you might know why she might have been taken?
So my guess is just wrong place, wrong time. Uh, she's always been quite a lovely little elf, and never caused any
Do you?
problems or nothing.
Did
He
she not have any
shakes his
way to
head.
defend herself?
Oh no, she's an acolyte. So and she's an elf and a female at that. So she's just I'm sure they just grabbed her and drug her off.
Wow,
Well,
that's gotta be bad.
we're gonna go try and save everyone who was captured last night, and we're going around trying to get supplies from the town as much as possible. And I'm gonna show them the note from the council, man. It's like if there's anything you can give us to help save your acolyte, that would be greatly appreciated.
He kind of rubs his chin and thinks for a minute. And says, "Going to go get her, huh? Do you know where she's at? How are you going to find her?"
Yeah, we interrogated this hobgoblin. He showed us where they were, and there's definitely going to be undead. So if you have anything that can kill undead easily, that would be super awesome.
Well, show him the map too, so maybe
Rubs
if he
his
might
chin.
know
Yeah.
where this place is.
He takes a look at the map, goes, Rivenroar. Name sounds familiar. Says, "Wait a minute, I'll be right back." And he walks back to one of the back rooms. You hear someone rummaging around. He comes back out, and he's got a small pouch. Or I mean, it's a pouch, and he hands to you and says,
Yep.
"We don't have much. Here's what we can give you to help." And says, if I remember right, it's about, I'd say, a 8 to 10 hour hike outside. It's kind of in the hills, but from what I remember right, it's been mostly run down and not much there anymore.
Which direction is it in? North, south, east, west?
Just to the northeast.
Okay.
The map
That's good.
puts you in that
Okay, the
general
map showed it.
location.
Okay, I didn't know the map showed it to us. Okay.
Yeah. So,
What's in the pouch?
well, he hands it to Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking at it real quick. See what's all in there.
You see two bottles of what appear to be healing potions. So there's two healing
yeah.
potions in there.
All right, I'm gonna. I'll keep mine on me for right now. We'll split everything up later.
It says, I hope you're able to rescue Jalissa. It'll be quite a tragedy if she is taken from us.
We will do our best, and we thank you for your help. And is there any? I think that's it. Anyone else have anything to ask him?
Not that I know of.
Not really.
Christian, you're really low.
It's better.
A little.
All right, what do you guys want to do now?
Is there an item shop like for potions and crap?
There's an alchemy store, but
It's
the
closed.
owner is currently
Oh, yeah.
kidnapped.
And
Yeah.
about to be
Let's go
zombie
loot it.
food.
No,
I'm a
no
thief.
looting. So how much gold do we have right now? Hold on a second. I don't think we have much.
No, we don't have
We
all
have
that much.
125 gold. Um,
I
I
have
want to go
100.
talk to the dwarf dude again, get my javelin sharpened real quick, and my spear and everything before we take
Maybe
off.
we can get a
Yeah.
new weapon because he has to help us.
he doesn't have to, but we can try. I mean, all his stuff costs a few hundred gold each. So, I mean, maybe a magic. I'm just looking at these magic spells. I'm trying to figure out which one would be best to help us with undead.
I can do. I
Oh,
have a
that's
spell
right.
for
Yeah.
undead.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
you do.
crazy stuff for undead.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're kind of outfitted.
why
for it.
don't Chris and Ragnar give me a religion check?
Okay. Religion. It's +9 for me. That's +4. Six.
All right, you don't think you can't think of anything, Chris. You're fine. All right, Minger. Is that your religion check? Did you already roll it, John?
No, I'm
Okay.
fixing to. Hang on.
I wasn't sure because you were right. You had a roll right above him. I was making sure.
Pretty sure 26 would have told us everything we wanted to know.
How about a 20?
Okay, so John or Minger, you kind of think back to the other religions that are in the area, either have shrines or places here, and you think the shrine of the sun, or dedicated to the god Pelor, is one of those religions that's very anti-undead.
Mm.
Good. Let's go talk to them.
Yeah, I like that, John. That's Minger. That's a very great point you made there. Let's go buy their
Yeah.
stock.
Yeah, let's go talk to those folks. They can probably give us a hookup.
I
Yeah.
kind of just elbow Dad in the arm a bit, and I go, "Well, if he isn't anything, he's smart."
All right, we're off to the Shrine of the Sun.
So you go to the shrine. It's a one room building, but it's got a shrine dedicated to the god Pelor in it. And there's a attendant that takes care of it, and he greets you and says, "Greetings of the sun to you. What can I do
Greetings
for
to you
you?"
as well. How'd y'all fare last night during the raid?
Oh, we were fine. They ignored here for the most part.
Probably because
Although,
you're, well, anti-undead, so that probably wouldn't have helped him very much.
what do the undead have to do about it?
Oh, they kind of
Hmm.
have them.
Well, as a matter
Hey.
of fact, we're going to try and get some of the folks back that just got taken. So, and from what we've heard from the hobgoblin, there might be undead on along the way, and when we get there, so we came by here to speak to you because we know that you're the resident expert.
Oh, the foul creatures that should be in the ground. He goes, "You think you'll be facing some of them?"
Oh, most definitely. That's what the Hobgoblin says the prisoners were for, is to be fed to the undead.
Exactly what we're trying to
Very
stop.
distressing. Says, "Well, we don't face the undead here, but I will. I have something that may help you." And he goes back into probably where his sleeping chambers are. Comes back and goes, I carry these around just in case, but never ever had to use them." And he gives you three vials. They're they're fairly small, but says these are 3 vials of holy water. Says the
Nice.
undead and demons cannot stand this. And
Perfect.
So
Nice.
do we coat our weapons in it, or what do we do with them?
you would throw it at them, break
Okay.
it on them, splash it on them, something like that. It'd be a ranged attack.
Gotcha.
So
So
a grenade type effect with it.
It's
Kinda
a
like
holy
that.
grenade.
Ooh, I just
So,
got an idea. How
Uh,
about holy fire? You throw it and then Mathis sets it on fire.
so
I don't think
put
it works like that.
put it in. Whoever's going to
Yeah, that would have to
take
be
it, put it in
alcohol.
your character sheet, and I will make a card for it for next week.
I have okay, I got the 2 healing pots. I'll put that down real quick.
I'll make a card for the healing potions too.
Well, I look at this guy and I say, we thank you for this, and hopefully we'll be able to bring these people back and be able to protect this city a little better than we did yesterday.
So that
Yeah.
sounds very well. That sounds very good.
The last thing we need is war.
He kind of chants a little prayer and points at each of you and nods, and I think he probably did a little blessing of Pelor on you.
I bet you that dwarf would have at least one silvered weapon.
Oh yeah.
If we have to, we can all chip in for just one weapon. We'll take turns using it. Something that everyone who can use a weapon can use. Obviously, I'm out, but maybe the warrior and the rogue can both use long swords. I think so.
I can only use short weapons.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
So just so you know, I just looked up silver weapons because I remember about them. They normally cost about 500 gold.
Yeah.
Well, we all each have
Just
at least
because
100.
it says the cost represents not only the price of the silver, but the time and expertise needed to add silver to a weapon without making it less effective.
Hmm.
'Cause silver is normally pretty. It's not like gold soft, but it's a softer type metal.
Yeah, silver's soft.
Gotcha.
It don't
Yeah.
hold an edge and stuff, so it's got to be all special and everything.
Gotcha. Well, there goes that plan.
Well,
What,
Even-
Christian? What do you have for the undead? Because I got turn undead, and turn undead and 4E jacks these boys up. So I don't know. And what exactly do you have?
I have an encounter power called Abjure Undead. It basically just pulls them, and it makes deals damage to them and then pulls them in a number of squares.
It's a
That's
single
that's
target though.
That would
See,
be
because
perfect.
mine like jacks them up and then freezes them in one spot, and they can't do anything. They're immobilized for like a round, so you can
So-
just sit there and wail on them.
So
That's
Abjure,
great if we're trying to like keep them away from the people.
So Abjure Undead, what it is, it's a close burst 5, and you target one undead creature in the burst. Everyone in the burst takes 3d10 damage, and you pull the target a number of squares equal to your wisdom modifier. So basically,
3d10 damage. You're just gonna have some smoking boots standing there when you're done.
and it's a close burst 5. So
Unless you get nothing but ones.
You
even
look
then,
at level 25, it's 8d10. Yeah, pretty
it's
pretty
plus-
wicked.
Will be the undead who faces me when I eventually get up to level 25.
See, so I think with the stuff we got now and the healing that I've got, I mean, I think we're okay. I mean,
So,
I still
you
want to
out
talk to
now?
the little dwarf dude and get my weapons sharpened up and everything. You
Yeah.
know, maybe he'll put a little blessing on them or whatever too, because we're going out. Because didn't a dwarf get snatched too?
No, the alchemist dwarf did.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Dwarf
alchemist
alchemist
dwarf.
got
So,
yeah,
I mean,
the dwarves stick
so
together.
basically,
so
every little
Uh,
community in town got somebody snatched from them. So you know, we're trying to save like somebody for everybody in town now.
Let's see
Yeah.
if we can't get a discount from this guy and get our rogue a better weapon. Counter,
So, where are you guys going now?
Yeah.
I want to go talk to the dwarf.
dwarf weapon shop.
So you go over
Yeah.
to Gavriel's. You walk in and says, "Oh, weren't you guys just here a bit ago?
Well, we kind
Forget
of.
something?"
How do I put this? I kind of just nudged the note his way.
Says, "Oh, the councilman's got a mission for you guys. I see. Well, what can I do for you?"
Well, I say, good dwarf, I need to get my weapons sharpened up because we're fixing to take off onto an adventure here, and it's looking like we're gonna have to get into some business before it's all said and done.
Well, definitely. And he barks a command, and one of his little another dwarf peers, younger dwarf, probably one of his workers, and he says, "Hey, take the weapons out back to the forge and sharpen them up." And he takes your weapons, and he goes back to the back, and you hear kind of a wheel grinding and
Is
everything.
is it just his weapons or is it everyone's weapons?
Whoever
But
wants, whoever wants them to.
in the
I'll handle
meantime,
my short
Pretty
sword,
sure
but
you
not my
can't
dagger.
sharpen
Oh,
this. Pretty sure you cannot sharpen a quarterstaff. So
Can put a point on it for you.
Oh, that'd be great if we face vampires.
actually, that's true.
while they're back there sharpening the weapons, we want to let this guy know that we're seeking Adronius, the dwarf alchemist, and we're going to ask him if any of the arms he has. We're going to tell him we're expecting trouble with the undead. Does he have anything sovereign against the undead? And if so, what?